Welcome to Trading an Edge, where we break down the psychology, mindset, and system of elite trading. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something pretty fundamental: biohacking principles, specifically how you can use them to upgrade your trading brain.
Yeah, we're talking about improving focus, decision-making, emotional control, all at the neurological level.
Okay, let's just jump right in. Here's the disruptive truth we keep seeing. Most traders, maybe you listening, spend almost all their time chasing the next strategy, tweaking indicators.
Right, endlessly refining chart patterns.
But the real edge, the one that actually moves the needle consistently, it's not on your charts. It's sitting right between your ears. It's your brain.
Exactly. Think about it. If your mind is tired, if it's chemically out of whack, maybe chronically stressed, no strategy, no matter how perfect on paper, is going to save you.
You'll hesitate, you'll jump in impulsively, the execution falls apart.
That's the core issue. So our mission today is to give you a systematic framework, kind of a shortcut, really.
A shortcut to optimizing your biology specifically for peak performance during those critical market hours.
We need to stop thinking of the brain as just, absorbing information passively.
And start treating it like the high-performance instrument it is, the one that ultimately dictates your P&L.
It's the ultimate asset, and it needs maintenance.
We've got a great metaphor for this, actually. Trading with bad sleep, fueled by junk, mentally exhausted. It's like trying to scalp in a choppy market during a storm. But your glasses have a cracked lens. The information, the price action, it's technically there.
But your brain just can't process it fast enough, or clearly enough, or, crucially, consistently enough to execute properly.
You miss the entry, you manage the trade poorly.
Precisely. And this ties directly into deep neuropsychology. Every single decision, every flicker of hesitation, every impulse trade, it all starts in the brain. Prefrontal cortex, limbic system.
It's all biology.
It is. So the goal here with biohacking is to essentially engineer sharper cognition, a calmer emotional system, and much stronger self-regulation.
Which all leads to higher trading consistency.
Yeah. You're not just training your strategy anymore.
Yeah.
You're fundamentally training the resilience, the robustness of your nervous system itself.
So optimizing the mind isn't just nice to have. It's mandatory for elite results. It's not optional.
Definitely not.
Okay, let's get into the framework. It's a 5-step process. We'll start with the 3 foundational pillars. Step 1, optimize sleep for cognitive sharpness. We all know sleep is important, but why is it the absolute non-negotiable bedrock for a trader?
Well, because trading demands incredibly high-level executive function. Think risk assessment, planning, pattern recognition, complex stuff.
Right.
And when you skimp on quality sleep, the first thing to degrade measurably is the function of your prefrontal cortex.
The decision-making center.
Exactly. That directly hits your decision quality and your emotional control. Plus, it's during deep sleep that your brain clears out metabolic waste, consolidates memories. It literally cleans house to ensure clarity for the next day.
So, okay, let's say I pull an all-nighter, or just get 5 hours. I might feel okay after a couple of coffees.
You might feel alert, yeah.
But my actual ability to resist making a dumb, emotionally driven trade is structurally weaker.
Absolutely. Your data processing speed slows down. And critically, your emotional reaction to things like drawdowns becomes far more volatile. You're jumpier, less resilient.
Okay, so what's the actionable strategy here?
It sounds simple, but the discipline is key.
Yeah.
Maintain extremely consistent sleep-wake cycles. Yes, even on weekends. That regulates your internal clock, your circadian rhythm.
And aim for.
Target 7 to 9 hours of quality, measured sleep, not just time in bed.
Right, the protocols matter. This isn't just lying there. You need pre-sleep rituals.
Definitely. A strict no-screens rule for maybe an hour before bed. Make sure the room is cool, dark. Really dark. Maybe some simple relaxation techniques.
And you have to track it, don't you? Use a sleep tracker to see if you're actually getting enough REM and deep sleep.
You need that objective data. You need restorative rest, not just downtime tossing and turning.
Okay, so sleep is step 1, the engine. Step 2 is about fuel. Eat for focus, or as you call it, nutritional neuroscience.
Exactly. If sleep builds the engine, nutrition determines the fuel quality and efficiency. The focus here is stabilizing energy levels and building stress resilience through food.
Right. Now, here's a question I have. If I'm trading, say, the market open, lots of volatility, sometimes I feel like I need that instant high-octane energy boost. Why are complex carbs and stable energy better than just slamming a sugary drink or snack? Doesn't that give me the immediate kick I think I need?
Ah, that's the classic trap. And it's a great question because it feels right in the moment.
Yeah.
That sugar rush gives you a quick dopamine hit, immediate perceived energy, but it absolutely guarantees a blood sugar spike, followed by a hard crash, usually about 60 to 90 minutes later.
Right when the market might be settling into a tradable pattern.
Precisely. That crash decimates your concentration just when you need it for mid-morning analysis. It leads to foggy thinking, high-friction decisions.
So you advocate for things like oats, maybe quinoa, steadier energy release.
Exactly. Stability over volatility, inside your body as well as on the charts.
Makes sense. What specific brain supportive foods should traders prioritize?
We focus on two main categories: omega-3 fatty acids and antioxidants. For omega-3s, think EPA and DHA, found in things like wild salmon, or good quality fish oil supplements.
Why are those so important?
Well, many people, traders included, have a poor omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. Too much omega-6 contributes to neuroinflammation. Reducing that inflammation helps lessen emotional volatility and actually speeds up cognitive processing.
Interesting. Faster thinking, less reactivity.
You got it. And pair that with antioxidants. Things like berries are great. They help combat the cellular stress caused by intense mental focus.
And obviously cut out the processed sugars, the refined carbs. Avoid that energy cliff altogether.
Absolutely crucial.
The sources also mentioned being strategic with caffeine, not just guzzling it all morning.
Yes. Treat caffeine like a tactical tool, a performance drug, not just a habit.
How's
Time a single measured dose pre-market, maybe 30 to 60 minutes before the open. That maximizes the alertness and focus boost when you need it most.
But avoid constantly sipping.
Yeah, avoid that continuous consumption. That second, third, fourth cup often just leads to jitters, anxiety. It actively undermines emotional stability, especially around lunchtime.
Okay, great tactical point. Let's move to step 3. Train the body, or strategic exercise. This is often the first thing traders cut when they get busy, right?
It often is, unfortunately. But physical activity isn't just for physical health. It directly enhances cognitive function and stress resilience.
And the timing matters here too, doesn't it?
Very much so. Using morning exercise, even just 20 or 30 minutes before you sit down to trade, can significantly boost BDNF.
BDNF, remind us what that is.
Brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of it like fertilizer for your brain cells. It helps promote the growth of new connections between neurons.
Okay, fertilizer for the brain. Why does a trader need high BDNF specifically?
Because it supports cognitive flexibility. Trading demands constant adaptation. You need to shift from analyzing a trend to maybe playing mean reversion. Pivot your strategy mid-trade.
Right. Switch gears quickly.
BDNF helps your brain make those complex transitions more smoothly, with less mental friction, fewer delays, fewer mistakes caused by getting stuck in one mode of thinking.
Got it. And what about exercise after trading?
Also crucial, post-market movement is fantastic for releasing that accumulated stress from the trading session. It helps reset the nervous system.
The sources specifically highlight high-intensity interval training, HIIT. Why that type of exercise?
Because HIIT is essentially a form of controlled, acute stress, physiologically. Studies show it improves executive function and decision-making under pressure.
Ah, so you're mimicking the stress response.
Exactly. You're simulating the physical feeling of a fast market move, a sudden entry, but in a safe, controlled environment. You're training your body's response not to panic, to maintain clarity even when your heart rate is up.
Building that physiological composure.
Precisely.
Okay, foundational pillars covered. Sleep, nutrition, exercise. Now things get, maybe even more interesting. Step 4, enhance cognition and resilience. This is moving into more advanced protocols. Let's talk nootropics.
Right. Cognitive enhancers.
Now, we absolutely have to stress, do your own research, talk to a healthcare professional. This isn't about just popping pills randomly.
Absolutely. Critical disclaimer.
Yeah.
This requires careful individual consideration. But that said, certain compounds have evidence supporting benefits relevant to trading performance.
What kind of outcomes are we looking for?
Primarily sustained focus and, importantly, reduced anxiety or jitteriness. The classic well-researched stack is L-theanine combined with caffeine.
We mentioned caffeine earlier. What does L-theanine add?
L-theanine is an amino acid, often found in green tea. It has this unique property of promoting relaxation and reducing anxiety without causing drowsiness. It smooths out the rough edges, the jitters from caffeine.
So you get the focus boost, but stay calm.
Exactly. It helps achieve that state of calm concentration. which is ideal for executing trades clearly and without emotional interference.
Okay. And what about for things like processing speed, maybe pattern recognition during trade reviews?
Well, omega-3s, as we discussed in nutrition, are non-negotiable for basic neuronal health and processing speed. Beyond that, compounds like Bacopa monnieri show promise in studies for enhancing memory formation and recall.
Which could be useful for quickly assessing historical chart patterns or remembering playbook setups.
Potentially, yes. Again, needs careful research for individual use.
Definitely. Now, let's shift within step 4 to stress resilience training. This sounds crucial. It's about building like a physiological fortress against market swings so small losses don't send you spiraling.
This is incredibly important. One powerful tool here is cold exposure.
You mean like cold showers?
Yep, morning cold showers. Even just 30 to 60 seconds under cold water forces your body to manage an acute, intense stressor.
How does that help with trading stress hours later?
It's proven to trigger a significant release of norepinephrine and dopamine. Norepinephrine is a key neurotransmitter for alertness, focus, vigilance. But the practice itself trains your stress response system.
So by handling the stress of the cold shower calmly, I'm building tolerance. So when a trade goes against me, my nervous system is already practiced at self-regulating. It doesn't overreact as much.
That's exactly the principle. You build resilience. We pair that physiological training with daily meditation, maybe 10, 20 minutes, for baseline emotional regulation, calming the monkey mind.
And what about in the heat of the moment? Market's going crazy, a position is moving fast.
You need an immediate tool. Specific breathing techniques are highly effective. Box breathing is a great one.
How does that work?
Simple. Inhale for a count of 4, hold your breath for 4, exhale slowly for 4, hold empty for 4, repeat.
And physiologically, what's that doing?
It directly stimulates the vagus nerve, which sends a calming signal to your amygdala, the brain's fear center. It basically tells your brain, okay, the immediate danger signal is false, preventing a full-blown emotional hijack.
Powerful. Okay, still in step 4, there's circadian alignment. Aligning trading with our natural energy peaks. How does someone figure out if they're a morning lark or a night owl, and why is this so critical for execution?
Identifying your chronotype is usually pretty straightforward. Think about when you naturally wake up and feel most alert on a day off with no alarm clock.
Okay.
If you're naturally up and about before 7 a.m., feeling good, you're likely a lark. If it's closer to 9 a.m. or later, you probably lean towards being an owl.
And knowing that helps how?
It matters because your peak mental performance hours, when your focus, clarity, and decision-making are naturally highest, should be reserved for your most critical, high-concentration trading activities.
So if I know I tend to hit a slump around, say, 11 a.m.,
Right.
I probably shouldn't be trying to initiate complex, aggressive new positions then. Maybe I should schedule my deep chart analysis or execution windows for my peak hours earlier.
Precisely. And reserve less demanding tasks, reviewing past trades, education, planning for those natural energy dips. You're working with your brain's natural rhythm, not fighting against it, maximizing decision quality.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Finally, step 5, track, test, and tweak. The implementation framework. This is about making it all stick.
Yes, and making it systematic. The goal isn't perfection overnight. It's about creating compounding benefits through consistency.
So where do we start?
Start with a baseline assessment. You need objective data on yourself. Log your current sleep quality, use that tracker. Estimate your average focus duration before you get distracted. Maybe even rate your emotional stability during losing trades on a simple scale.
You're basically turning yourself into a mini research project.
In a way, yes. You need to know your starting point. Then you create the correlation. Use your trading journal. Don't just log entries, exits, and R multiples. Add columns to track your biodata and interventions. Did you sleep 8 hours? Did you do the cold shower? Did you meditate?
And then look for patterns, like did changing my caffeine timing actually lead to fewer impulsive trades in that tricky mid-morning period?
Exactly. That's the kind of specific, actionable data you're looking for. Did implementing box breathing reduce the size of revenge trades after a loss?
We should also track objective biomarkers, right?
Definitely. Things like resting heart rate and sleep cycles are basic but useful. But perhaps the most powerful objective metric for stress resilience is heart rate variability, or HRV.
Explain HRV quickly.
HRV measures the variation in time between your heartbeats. Higher variability generally indicates a more adaptable, resilient nervous system, better able to handle stress. Lower HRV often correlates with stress, fatigue, and reduced emotional flexibility.
So track HRV daily, maybe first thing in the morning.
Yes, and look for correlations. Do low HRV days consistently predict poor trading performance or increase emotional errors? That's valuable feedback.
And the key is gradual implementation, isn't it? Don't try to change everything at once.
Please don't. You'll get overwhelmed and won't know what's actually working. Introduce changes slowly. Maybe start with just nailing the consistent sleep time for a week, then add the pre-market exercise the next week.
One intervention per category, maybe per week, to really gauge its specific impact.
Right. Ensures sustainability and lets you accurately assess what moves the needle for you.
And like any system, it needs reviews and adjustments.
Absolutely. Conduct regular optimization cycles, maybe quarterly. Do a comprehensive review of all your protocols. What's working? What's not delivering measurable benefits? Adjust based on your trading data, how you feel, even seasonal changes.
And be willing to eliminate things that just aren't working for you.
Don't cling to an intervention if the data doesn't support it. Optimize relentlessly.
Okay, so wrapping this up, we've walked through these 5 key steps. It's about treating your brain not just as you, but as this high-performance instrument that requires systematic optimization, aimed squarely at improving trading results.
And connecting it back, the underlying truth really is clear. You simply cannot consistently outperform your own biology. Often, your limits aren't the market's complexity, but your own physiological state, your readiness.
Which really begs the question for everyone listening. If you're serious, truly serious about getting elite trading results, are you equally serious about building an elite biological foundation to support that?
It's the edge hiding in plain sight, the ultimate, often overlooked advantage.
So here's the final provocation to leave you with. If you want elite results, you have to build an elite brain. Because the market, ultimately, doesn't reward just knowledge.
Nope.
It rewards neurological readiness, adaptability, emotional composure under fire.
Optimize your internal operating system first. The rest follows.
Trading an edge where psychology meets profitability.